So the vegetable garden is completely overgrown. I haven't touched it really since before Christmas, like maybe October. Um, so it's completely overgrown. So the first thing I need to do before I can start planting anything is to do all the weeding, which I think is going to take a few days. Um, but spring is finally here in central Portugal, so we've got some really nice sunny days coming up. So I love being in the vegetable garden, especially when it's sunny. So I'm looking forward to just getting on with it.
Shall I pour the coffee?
Oh,
Yep.
careful, because it will just.
Oh my God, making a right mess.
So you have to do it slowly.
Happy spring.
Yeah, my God. Right.
The only trouble is I've been living in the doom and gloom for so long now. Now the sun's out, I can't see. And I don't know where my sunglasses are. Well, I do, but they're really scratched. Hello, what are you doing? You're not having anything. Come on, get down. Come. Get down. Come on. The FIA have just announced they have a all female panel of stewards for the next round of the WRC World Rally Championship. I forget where it was. So they have an all female panel of stewards. One of the comments says they'll be getting penalties for things they haven't done yet, and someone said they'll be getting penalties for things they don't even know they've done. And someone else said they'll be getting penalties years from now for things they've forgotten about, thought they'd gotten away with. It's really tasty.
I think you taste better because we're outside.
No,
You can see it.
it is tasty. Really nice. So tell me exactly what it is.
So it's homemade hummus on the bread from the
Your
bakers.
hummus is beautiful.
Avocado, And then just mushrooms, like fried mushrooms, and then scrambled eggs.
Are they the ones from the Portuguese lady? Straight from the chicken.
And then this is Greek yogurt, strawberries, raspberries, honey, Luzar honey, and then these are chia seeds. So they're really good for, I guess, weight loss because they expand. But I think they've got like loads of minerals in them.
I can't believe the difference in the weather. Crazy.
So nice.
It's like someone throws a switch.
Yeah, we've got to completely change our wardrobes now.
Well, a lot of things have got to change.
Yeah.
Got to keep the pool clean. I've just cleaned the pool for the first time for the year. So the other day, I had to go to the big wood yard in Ansial to get a sheet of 4mm. I think it's 4mm ply. I went there because they're cheaper and their wood is of much superior quality. It's about 25 minutes away, half an hour away. So I've got the Citroen, and I'm thinking I'll just put it on the roof of the car, strap it on. As long as I strap it down to the roof bars and everything, it'll be absolutely fine. Went there, bought it, put it on the roof of the car, strapped it all onto the roof to the crossbars and the long ways, like the roof bars. Seemed pretty solid. It was a lot flappier than I was expecting it to be. So literally, as I pulled out there, it starts going like this. So I've got my hand out the sunroof, holding onto the straps, holding the phone down. And if you hold it too much, then the middle pops up, and it seems to like loosen the straps, and it starts flapping about. So I get to the edge of the industrial estate, and there's a GNR stop there where they're pulling everyone in coming out of the industrial estate to check their vehicles and whatever. And I'm thinking, no, definitely 100% getting stopped by the GNR. They've already seen me. I can't even do anything about it now. So I'm going along, this thing flapping about, and I'm holding it through the sunroof. And this GNR officer just looks at me like that, and then just like looks away, and then looks at the next car, and they pulled him in. And I just drove past. I couldn't believe it. So I had to drive all the way back from Ansial at about 40, 50 kilometres an hour, which is about 25, 30 mile an hour, holding onto it. And every time the wind got it, it would go. It was a nightmare. So I went to builders merchants in Penella, on the Penella Industrial Estate, to buy plasterboard. Silver's and Lowell. Very, very good in there. Very nice people. And once I put the plasterboard on the roof and then strapped it to strapped the ply to the plasterboard, it was absolutely fine. But it didn't have. It was a 2.5 metre sheet by 1.2 metres. I was expecting it to have enough stiffness to be all right as long as it was strapped the whole length. No, might as well have had a sheet of paper on the roof. But anyway, lesson learned. Buy your plasterboard first.
Get it delivered.
Can't get it.
No.
Don't have delivery. You have to spend, I think, over €1,000 to get delivery from there, unless you pay, which is quite a lot of money.
What was it for?
Well, a spiral staircase that I'm putting in.
Yeah.
So you cut a circle, and you got around 30 centimetres
Of depth.
In the floor to cover.
Right.
So I thought the easiest way to do it is to fix mounting points all the way round, and then cut the ply to approximately the right width, because obviously the floor slopes and the ceiling doesn't. Because I put the ceiling in below, absolutely level, ages ago, a long time ago, and the floor upstairs really slopes.
So it'll be like a feature. It'll be like a design.
Everything's a feature. So the 4mm ply curves easily around, so you've got a perfect circle. I should have took a picture.
I've seen the hole.
Yeah, but you've not seen it with the ply.
No.
So yeah, so it makes a perfect circle all the way round, nice and smooth, nice and flat.
Cool.
Wasn't easy.
No.
So I just left it sticking a little bit proud top and bottom, and then trimmed it back flush, so it follows the line of the floor and ceiling perfectly.
Oh.
But there's always a lot of making up for wonky shapes when you're trying to put new stuff in.
Yeah.
Nothing's square, nothing's level. Incredibly, our house is. It's amazing. Carla said her grandfather built it, and not a builder at all, although he had the help of someone from the family, I think. And it's absolutely square and level. Done a very, very good job with it.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best built, most solid houses that I've seen here.
You've worked on anyway.
Yeah, definitely. This is lovely. Crikey.
I just thought it's like
when you get that bit of honey with it as well.
spring. It makes a difference, doesn't it? Because we've been eating like
This
really
is so nice.
stodgy food.
It's dodgy comfort food.
No,
6 months now.
it's been a long winter. Been too long, to be honest. So this is
Well, but I'm still expecting a few April showers, but I think temperature-wise, we're out of the worst. And the storms, I think it'll just be normal April showers I'm expecting, not full-on storms like we've had.
The sun's really hot on my back.
Burning my face.
We can swap sides.
No, I'm all right.
So squinting.
You know I like to burn.
Like that.
I need to get my eyes used to it.
You need to get shades, sunglasses.
We need to go to the Chinese shop.
Yeah.
Because I don't pay more than $3.50 for sunglasses.
Do you need normal glasses as well? Did you say something?
No, I'm all right because I had spares. So I always buy my reading glasses from the Chinese shop as well for $3.50. They're great, and you don't worry if you lose them or break them. I'll just buy a few pairs at a time until I've run out of them, and then I'll just go and get some more.
Because you've gotten through a lot of glasses, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, when you're using them at work, they get scratched and damaged, so you don't want to be spending 150, 200 or more or whatever on a pair of glasses from an optician, because they still get ruined just the same.
So what's the plan with the house?
Our house. The first thing I want to do is knock out all of those, the rotten solos. Knock all of that section out and rebuild that bit.
Scaffolding as well.
I've got scaffolding. So I need to get a little bit more scaffolding, and then I want to put those hip ridge on the roof, which haven't been done. Need to buy some tijolos, some more concrete blocks, and a bit more britta and sand and cement, and some rebar.
So I had so many plans for the house and the vegetable garden this week, but they were foiled once again by terrible weather. And I just thought I'd mention on here just how bad I think the weather's been in Portugal this year, and everywhere for that matter. And I just wanted to maybe get some feedback in the comments about what other people think about the weather and how the weather's been. So this will have been our 6th winter in central Portugal, and I'm going to put myself out there and say I think this has been the worst winter so far in terms of weather. If you think of us as sort of immigrants that moved here for a better life than we had in the UK, I would say the weather was pretty big, like pretty high up on our list of reasons to come here. And I know it sounds really fickle, like, we moved to Portugal just for the sunshine, and maybe a bit shallow, really. I don't know how people feel about it, but personally, I get really down when the weather's not very good, like definitely for like really long periods of time. If it's just grey and rain and no sunshine, I get quite quite low mood. And I find that the sunshine really, really helps me just have a lot more energy and be a lot happier. And I'm pretty sure that when we moved here, it was just like a couple of months of bad weather. And then the last couple of years, it's been like a good 4 months of bad weather. And then I'm going to say, like, this year, it's getting on to half a year of bad weather. But so I just want to know what other people think. Because also I'm finding the weather apps aren't correct anymore. So I've downloaded like 3 different weather apps for my phone, and I check the weather, and they're not accurate anymore. Like, they used to be fairly accurate, and I'm finding that the weather apps aren't accurate either. So please, I love this YouTube community. I love how we can share on here, and almost always the comments and people that interact with us are just super positive and interesting and knowledgeable. So let me know in the comments if you live here, Portuguese, or you've moved here. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the weather, because I think this year's been particularly bad. It's been storm after storm after storm, and it's rained a lot. So we lived and worked in London, lived in the south of England, Hertfordshire, and then we moved to North Wales. So I think you'll have to check this, but I think it's 365 days a year in North Wales where we lived. It's 65 days of sunshine, and then the other 300 days is just really bad weather, and it rains a huge amount in North Wales, especially in Llanberis where Snowdon is. But in Portugal, what we heard was 365 days a year, 300 days of sunshine, 65 days of bad weather, rain. And then obviously for those 65 days, you get the same amount of rain as you get in North Wales. So it is a lot of rain in a short amount of time. But I don't feel that was the case this year. I feel like we've had a lot more days of grey and rain. And I noticed, because I really need to work outside, and Dave works a lot outside as well, so we really notice it. So yeah, a bit of a weather report rant. Actually, I'm not really someone that rants, but I think the weather being pants, like, it really affects me, and it really does affect my mood. So definitely comment below if you've got anything to say about the weather, definitely the weather in Portugal, how you feel about it, and what you're doing to cope. So I've been doing things like, I have been taking myself off to the spa, I have been going in the sauna, and just sort of treating myself a bit, because the weather's been so pants. Dave and I are doing like a bit of a health kick at the moment. We've stopped drinking, just to try and stay positive, like just to try and stay upbeat. So yeah, let us know what you think about the weather in Portugal. Do you think the weather's been pants this year? And what are you doing to stop the weather getting you down? Let us know in the comments. So I'm going to leave you there now. I'm on the dog walk. We've actually got a pretty okay day today. It's quite nice. So I can't complain completely. But let me know how you feel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And Dave and I will see you again next week. Take care. Bye.